right, we are back here at On Deck in Northwest Portland for the second segment of Pacific Football Weekly. Cliff Fenning along with Charlie Latt. We've got two special guests here from the Raiders and the Monarchs, Justin Saldano and Corey
Gilday.
Corey Gilbert. Gilday, doggone it. I got so many people going through my, and I've been covering the Raiders like all season. I haven't been to one Monarchs game because the one very dramatic game they had was down in Medford, and I wasn't able to make it down there. So I've been hanging with these guys a lot more. Alrighty, so hey, tell us. So Justin, how pumped are you for the game on Saturday?
I'm excited, man. Anytime it's good to go, even get a chance to be on the field with the well-known Monarchs is always good, man. It's always going to be fun. Hard hit, fast football, so that's what people like to see.
I'm super excited. I actually played for the Raiders back in 2007, so I do have friends in the team. We haven't lost in 3 years, so it's definitely a point of pride to not get that first L this weekend coming up. So we want to keep our winning ways up.
So tell us about the first game, Justin. What can you take from the first game and transfer it to this game? What did you learn about the Monarchs? Maybe there's a weakness that League needs to know about.
Well, I would have to say the first game we came out flat. We had no clue what they could bring to us. It was our second game as a team to work together, so we were still working in those mixed theirs. Like regardless, we had a lot of special teams issues and offensive issues, but like our defense started coming back in the second half, so we learned that they are human, so we can slow them down. We just gotta find out how to stop them now.
If they bleed, you can kill it, right?
You know what I'm saying? And no one makes me bleed my own blood.
So what about you, Corey? What can you take about the first game from the Raiders?
Well, I had heard a lot about the second half, how they scored, how they slowed us down. But if you look at the thing, we scored 28 points in the first half and only 24 in the second half. So I don't know how much slowing down that was.
Okay. So Justin,
Hang on, wait a second. I'm doing the math.
No, I think we scored 35 in the first half. And
I got it
24.
We got it at 69-15.
So I know we scored 24, so we didn't really slow down too much.
Alrighty, they scored so many points they're having trouble with their math.
I was an exercise science major, then a math major.
you can't expect Mensa-type numbers from football players.
I've been hit too many times.
All right, so we got the Buzzards are pumping out there that they're definitely not going to lose to the Outlaws. So hey, now who's the toughest team you played besides each other this season?
I'd say the Renegades. So have some good athletes. The Outlaws have some good athletes too. It's just that they weren't in the right positions.
What separates the Renegades from any other team you played this year?
Defensive line, by far. The defensive line and the fact that they really got up for us, and they got a lot of pressure going on Russell, which definitely threw him out of rhythm. So
that's definitely one of the keys to victory against. If they do come to that, one of the keys to victory over the Monarchs is get pressure on Russ, make him use his legs, and make him make mistakes.
So Justin, what's the toughest team you guys played besides the Monarchs?
Well, I was out of the Renegade game, so I heard they're pretty tough. But a lot of the times, I just kind of notice the same every week. Like we have some offensive struggles, but it's like I put on the defensive side, so that's what I kind of stay to focus on. And I feel like we battle every game, and it always seems like we come to the same outcome. We always win barely, or our defense outscores the offense, and that's usually how we come up with our wins. So it's usually just.
All right,
same story.
I got to jump in here and say this is now. Last week we got a lot of entertaining commentary from the Raiders, but we really had to work that out of them. And Justin is showing off here that the Raiders really are a bunch of nice guys. They are not smack talking unless you get into them and start.
You direct you to Facebook then.
But in front of a camera, they're a bunch of gentlemen. Come on,
very diplomatic.
Who's the toughest team you've played against? Well, they're all very tough teams, and we respect everybody who's on the field. That's what you just said.
Very much, man.
That's good stuff. So that's segment 2. We're working on getting some good commentary, but the smack talk, it's coming. You don't have to worry about that.
So Justin, I got a question. So For you to, what is going to be the keys to victory again on Saturday against the Monarchs? What do you feel you have to do as an individual and as a team against the Monarchs?
Well, he said it best, man. You got to stop Russell. He got an arm, man. He knows how to pick apart. Like I know him even outside of this league. Like I play against him in the flag league, and he's a gunslinger in that too. So, like I know about Russell. Like I know he can be stopped. We got to come out the hard end. I know if the balls are thrown my way, I can stop him.
Look at that. Russ, don't throw his way.
And I will take him for 6.
All right, there we go.
There we go.
All right.
So what about you, Corey? What do you think your keys to victory are?
Well, I think the one factor that no one realizes is this Raider game, we will not have Fentress on the sideline. So Russell's actually going to be calling the plays, and I got to make sure that he doesn't get too pass happy and he calls a balance.
So pretty much
Whoa,
fades all day.
Now that is some good insight.
Fades and Hail Marys all day.
Fentress has got to be working covering stuff, right?
He is actually at a wedding, so
He's got to be covering a wedding?
no, he's at a wedding for a friend. So.
Oh, he's in the wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So-
Like, who's getting married?
And that doesn't bode well for us because we have what we call the 5-back attack. So there's 5 running backs that on the field. So we're kind of we've already came up to Russ and tried to develop a rotation so that we don't get forgotten.
Well, you can't abandon the run in a pass-strong offense. Otherwise, your play action's not going to work, and people like Justin are going to have a field day with that.
I think the 5-back attack is probably going to be your guys' best weapon. Like, they'll be all, when am I going to get my carry? No, he got the carry the last time.
Well, actually, only one of our running backs hasn't played in college, and that's Jason Hoyt. He still was all GNFA last year. So.
Yeah. So I remember
Which is pretty much like a Larry Zonka style runner.
He's Swamp Thing.
Big old queen. He's gained a lot of weight.
He's
though.
5'8", 248 pounds, and I may be cutting him a little few pounds short then. Bench is 580. So.
All right, we're talking. Let's talk about you guys. Let's go to the North. What team are you looking forward to playing in the title game the most? We'll start with Justin. Who do you want to play in the North?
Well,
After you beat the Monarchs and everybody down here.
Kipsep County's the undefeated, right?
Yeah.
Of course, I want to see them. You got to beat the best to be the best, but really, I really want to get another shot at the Vipers to see what they're all about. I feel like
It's not going to happen.
I feel like we ended ourselves the first time we played it as well. Like I said, we're pretty much a new team. We've been together for 3 years, but that's only like a couple of us. Pretty much this year we're a whole new team, whole new coaches. So like, we want to get back at those teams that beat us to really see where we're at now versus at the beginning of the year.
And by the way, that could happen. So when we say that's not going to happen, we're like, oh, the pollsters, everybody making bets is way against you. They're going to be losing a ton of money if you do happen to make it. But that could happen. You could win it. So, definitely out there. Rocky Balboa did it, so, it could happen. And we just had, the Rocky Balboa Fest. Anyway, all righty. What do you think?
Well, I want to play the Bears. They're undefeated, and I want to play the best. Although, based off of some of the message boards banter, and sorry, Heath and Michelle, I'm going to go there. They talk a lot of smack, like they can compete with us, and because they said they played with us, but 47 to 48-27 is not staying with us, especially when you score on our third string defense. So I want to play them. I would love to play them again for the mere fact to show them that that's not. It's going to happen twice. So
It was 47-27?
I'm looking for it right now.
Yeah.
That's a pretty bold prediction.
It's week like 6 or 7. So.
49-27.
well, just like Justin's going to say, he's
49-27.
never going to say he's going to lose, and we're never going to say he'll lose.
Hell no.
And smack talking aside, it's all fun and games. Hey, I was going to bring a boat oar just to be funny for the boat race, but
Hey, we all meet in the center of the field afterwards, and we get that one pray, and we all break to that same sound as that's the PFL, man. We have outside lights, but football, once you get on that field, if you take it to the heart, you're in the wrong sport, man. We got volleyball tryouts somewhere else,
But the nice thing is, everything stays on the field too.
Oh yeah, you got to.
This is a working man's league. Everyone has to go to work on Monday.
Man's league, you just said it.
So,
Man's
if
league.
you're out there trying to hurt people, you're in the wrong league.
Exactly.
How much fun has this season been because of the league structure and kind of the way the season's gone out? And there's so many teams for one thing, and there's so many different teams from each side.
oh, Go, Justin.
I love it. Last year it was you play the 5 teams, you play home and away. You see the same teams. We only playing them, the only teams we've seen twice. So I love it. I get to see new styles and meet new people. I see a lot of people merging to other teams, and I notice a lot of that. But it's exciting to see what it can do in just a turnaround in just 1 year. So look forward to what else it can bring for us.
South King, wasn't it?
I've actually played in the Oregon Football League since when we were the Salem Monarchs, and I really like to travel and playing the different teams. It's been nice. We should get a little bit more North crossover. I think there's good things and bad things about the realignment. There's some teams that aren't competitive with us, and teams like the Raiders, and there's teams that are super competitive and have made the league better. So all in all, I like to travel because I like having something to do on the weekends and going somewhere different.
And there is never a dull moment in traveling with 52 meatheads.
Especially on the way back.
Or 30 or 16 if you're on some of the teams.
Depends on how many show up.
Well, look at your prediction by Buzzard, the Crusaders.
What's he got? I bet Cliff Gordon dressed up. No.
Well, the nice thing is,
close to being right.
Corey and I have played together for 5 years.
5 years.
Up until last year. And we have stories, and he has stories that he will never, ever tell a single soul, especially a wife, if I ever get
Payments
one.
due next week.
You gotta look at the way they're touching one another there. That's a story they don't want to tell.
That's sketchy.
Yeah.
That's sketchy.
That mountain will never be the same.
I can't quit you, Jade.
Alrighty, well that's got to be segment number 2 here. So we will come back after a short break. We'll get into it, a little bit of smack talking. We assume because the Raiders they've been doing a little bit of celebrating here. So yeah, we'll get some smack talking in.
And also, if you have any questions for either team, let us know.
Yeah.
Especially the Buzzards, because I know the Buzzards are quite unhappy with the way things happened last week. So, Kevin Party, Toby Hay, let us know if you want us to ask them anything.
So okay, we'll get Jarlene on the microphone, and we'll all be better looking by then. So, all right. Okay, we'll see you in just a second.
Yeah, no problem.